Hi TBN family and welcome to TBN Meets. Today my guest is David Stretton-Downes, who's not only an entrepreneur, speaker and adventurer, but also the CEO and co-founder of BOBBIE'S Brownies. David is here today to share with us about BOBBIE'S Brownies and how it's making a difference. David, thank you so much for joining me.
It's great to be here with you, Emily.
So, of course, our viewers can see some lovely brownies on the table there.
Indeed.
But before we get to talking about the brownies, share with us how BOBBIE'S Brownies started.
It came about in 2016, actually, Emily. So the vision to kind of launch a brownie brand into the marketplace. And really, we decided to do some trials at the start, like any brand would do. We decided and saw that there wasn't a kind of household name in the brownie market and thought, why on earth is that? Everyone loves brownies. You know, there's so many other sweet treats. I won't mention them all for brand purposes on here today. But, you know, you can probably imagine your favorite sweet treat, and there was nothing for brownies, so we decided let's develop a brand. We had a great recipe from our one of our family members, and we decided let's get it out there.
Amazing. So it's a family recipe.
The recipe right now has been developed from a family recipe. So when you manufacture in scale, you can no longer basically use just a few eggs and a bit of sugar and flour. You've got to really develop that to scale. So we're actually working with some of the top chefs in the UK. Actually, one of Gordon Ramsay's ex-head chefs is working with us, and we're delighted to see it all over the place right now.
Amazing. And share with us how BOBBIE'S Brownies is different than other companies that sell sweet treats.
So it's different in a number of ways. It is the biggest brownie in the UK. We do make that claim. And in the last few months, we've had that validated. We haven't done a world record attempt yet. However, that is in the pipeline.
Nice.
But yeah, as you can see on the table, there it is, a huge brownie. And we haven't really met any other rivals yet. We've really tried to develop it to make it so it's like a nice fudgy centre and a cake context. So it is really nice for all different occasions. And one of the big things that we'll talk about, I can imagine in a second, is the fact that it doesn't just taste good, but it also does good. And it has huge impact with it as well.
Yeah, so share with us what you mean by does good. Let's go into that.
Yeah, so a lot of the work that we do, a lot of the projects that we run, me and my partner, we like to have impact alongside them as well. So it's a brownie company, first and foremost. We want to make excellent, high-quality brownies that people all over the UK currently can enjoy, hopefully further afield at some point. But the thing that makes it different, essentially, Emily, is that for every brownie sold, we provide a meal for a child in education across the globe. And I'll talk a bit more in a second about our global charity partner, Mary's Meals, and the impact that they have as well.
So what is Mary's Meals?
Mary's Meals are an amazing organisation that started in Scotland, in the United Kingdom, and now work across many different continents, I think 6 of the 7. And they deliver meals to children in education. And we are just honoured to play our small part in delivering a small number of their 1.7 million meals a day.
Wow.
That they deliver to children in schools. And I think one of the big things that we wanted to emphasise in partnering with Mary's Meals, not just that they did amazing work, but that you can actually, they were one of the only organisations we found that had such a clear metric as to their impact. And for us, with our audience and our customer base, we wanted to be able to them to feel that they were doing something different as well.
That's incredible. Wow, so 1.7 million meals a day.
Correct.
Wow, that's changing so many lives. Yeah, so then every brownie that you sell, a child gets a meal. What an amazing thing when you're buying something. It just means a little bit extra. Exactly,
and I think one of the aspects behind that was we were enjoying snacks. Yeah. I don't know if you enjoy brownies yourself, Emily, but I certainly do, and a lot of our friends do. When we were developing the brand, we enjoyed brownies, and then we were seeking that charity partner because we were thinking, well, we want other people to have an impact, while we're enjoying ourselves. But actually, the fact is that the people who are benefiting are getting far more than a snack. They're getting a meal alongside their education, which actually isn't just something for there and then, but it's actually something that could impact them for generations.
Incredible. And where does the name BOBBIE'S Brownies come from?
Yeah, it's a very interesting question. Get asked a lot about that. Sadly, there's not a special, grandfather's old nickname that we can use. However, we really wanted to create a brand that would be a household name in the marketplace, and that people would remember, that people would say on Fridays or Thursdays or whatever day, let's get BOBBIE'S in. And we wanted to personify the brand, personify the brownie, and make it a character. So we're currently developing Bobbie the Bear.
Nice.
And you'll be seeing that probably around London and the UK very soon as well.
So, David, tell us what you were doing before you started Bobbie's Brownies.
Yeah, so multiple things. I fill my time, as you mentioned before, doing various outdoor activities, speaking, and also running other businesses. And so it's a great joy to be able to spend time on Bobbie's, which is obviously doing good and also tasting good as well. So some of the other activities I fill my time with are launching Cedarwood Festival. It's another event that's taking place in the north of England, and it's a kind of similar kind of worship gathering for Christians. And then outside of that, running various campaigns that with my co-founder Jonathan as well, and doing various bits of charity ambassador work.
Amazing. And share with us when you came to faith.
I actually grew up in Ethiopia, and it was at that time until I was about 10 years old. I came to faith at 7, made the commitment to follow Christ at that point. But like everything, it's a journey, and really it was probably the age of 21 that I made a serious commitment and kind of started my ministry kind of journey then, really.
Wow. And share with us how your faith and Bobbie's Brownies comes together. Where's the crossover with that?
So I have a huge passion about kind of the intersection between culture, business, and faith, and as I mentioned before about some of the different ideas that we have, and also the outdoor activities that I do. So really passionate about the intersection between business, culture, and adventuring, and also faith. And a lot of my friends and kind of colleagues and clients as well are in that world. And so I feel a real passion to kind of not be an evangelist to them, obviously, but kind of be Christ to them, and to show that, you know, you can excel in a lot of these areas, but also be a Christian. And actually, you know, Christ is my savior and Lord of my life. But at the same time, I also love doing things that he's gifted me in, like exploring the outdoors and also pushing our bodies to the limit. So
amazing. And share with us really quickly what you mean by pushing our bodies to the limit. What do you have coming up?
Yeah, there's a project that I'm going to be working on starting in 2022. It's been pushed back a few years because of the pandemic that we're in, but it's the project's going to be called Summit for Freedom, and the idea is to climb the highest mountain on each continent. It's called the 7 Summits Challenge, and really looking forward to doing that. That'll be probably a 2 or 3 year project where we look to do that and do a featured documentary looking at the culture, the mountain, and the people behind each mountain.
Incredible. So definitely these brownies will be helpful.
Oh, they'll be spurring us on.
Exactly.
And you never know, you might see one at the top of Everest. So,
amazing.
yeah.
Very cool. So when did Bobbie's Brownies launch?
It launched in February 2021 this year. We started development in lockdown 2. For those who are watching, it was a period in the UK that obviously during this pandemic was going on. We decided to develop it then and launch online in February 2021. And up to now, we've been selling online, but there are lots of other avenues that we're looking forward to introducing Bobbie's to as well.
Incredible. And your slogan is Brownies with a Conscience. So share with us what that means.
So Brownies with a Conscience, really, it's a bit about what I was mentioning a minute ago, in that when people have a brownie, when people buy a product of ours, they can feel like they're doing something good at the same time. Maybe people feel guilty eating a brownie or indulging in something that is so decadent. It is made from the highest quality ingredients, and it is a lovely sweet treat. However, we wanted people to feel that they were doing something more, and I think millennials certainly these days are way more conscious about what they're buying, and so that's really what challenges us to be as ethical and as sustainable, not just with the actual brownie, but with everything around it, the packaging, the messaging, etc. as well. So
let's go into that. Talk to us about how the packaging and the messaging of Bobbie's Brownies is different from others out there.
Yeah, so one of the things I'll just show you, this is the box, Bobbie's, the box. This is the 6-pack, so we do multiple packs. This is probably our flagship product, and within this, this box provides 6 meals for children, and we have a lovely message in there, so when people get to the end of their box, they can know what they've actually given to. And then on top of that, we have the 3-pack, which is more of a gifting product. As you can see, that one's definitely for sharing with 6. I'd say it probably feeds about 12 to 15 people, that box. The 3-pack is certainly used for gifting, and a lot of corporates we work with and brands will have that and send that to all their employees. We've worked with some amazing brands up to now, and it's really exciting to see how it's getting out there. And then to top it all off, the fact that you can recycle everything,
Right.
whether the packaging or the internal packaging. If you look over to the product on the table, you'll notice that every brownie is actually wrapped up. And so when you open the brownie, it basically makes a plate. You can recycle the plate as well, so you don't have to get rid of that, or you don't have to get a plate at the same time. One big thing about it is that because it was developed during COVID times, we wanted the box to be a gift for people, but also we wanted them to be also able to give individual brownies as a gift because they are so big and for sharing as well. So the cool USP is that people can give a brownie, but also give a box.
Amazing.
Yeah.
So these brownies are meant for sharing.
They definitely are.
Even though they look delicious. And
I challenge you to eat one yourself.
I probably will take you up on that challenge. And we'll be seeing some more of the TBN team later trying these brownies. But before we get to that, you were mentioning how the brownies provide meals. So how many meals have been provided to Mary's Meals through the work of Bobbie's Brownies?
So since February, I would, because the count is going up rapidly each day through orders online and through other corporates that are buying, I couldn't tell you exactly today the exact number. On our website, we have a meal meter, and people can go on there, and each week that's updated. But I would say up to now, there's been at least over 5,000 meals have been provided through Bobbie's Brownies to children across the globe in education.
Wow, that's incredible. And talk to us about the future of Bobbie's Brownies. So right now, you have one flavour, and what's the plan for the future ahead?
So we wanted to start the brand and really solidify ourselves in the marketplace with the biggest brand in the UK. And to do that, we decided to launch this, which is about 3.5 inches by 3.5 inches by about 1.5 inches. It's white chocolate chunks inside. And as you can see as well, it's got lovely white and dark Belgian chocolate drizzled on top. And I'm sure we'll be talking a bit more about what you can have with it later on in the show. But one of the things that we decided to do with this was to make one flavour to start with. And then we have significant other plans moving forward to develop a vegan range, but also a gluten-free range as well, because we want to be inclusive of all. However, we've started off kind of with the double chocolate to go with, and it's been going really well so far.
Great. And you also do wedding cakes?
We have done a few weddings actually,
Nice.
yes. So for those who want to brave the having something a bit different, we've done kind of a few slabs stacked up, and it does prove probably just as filling as a lot of wedding cakes out there, and something different as well. Wedding cakes, wedding favors. We have a product called the Bobbie's Bites, and we're currently speaking with some large organisations about them using that as well. But they're about a quarter of each of these brownies. So we say a bite, they're more than a bite, but they are something a bit smaller than the whole brownie.
Nice. And where do you source the ingredients for the brownies?
So our ingredients are all ethically sourced from kind of the most premium suppliers in the UK and abroad. But our production unit is in North London, and we have the highest quality chefs working with us, really maintaining standards to what we demand, essentially. And really proud as well to say that our kitchen is fully nut-free and caters for all allergens. Well, that's a really big thing with our product, is that we want to make it as inclusive for everyone as possible, and also be careful of obviously the people who are allergic to nuts.
Yeah, definitely. So, David, we see the brownies here, they're nicely packaged, you've got the box, everything. However, with every idea, it goes through challenges, it goes through ups and downs, and we get to see the final product here. But can you share with us a little bit about the process of setting up a business like this? How long did it take, and when did the idea first come to you?
The idea first came in 2016, and essentially we had the idea, we did some trials in some small towns and areas in the UK. However, it was really only in as I said, lockdown 2 in 2020 and then launch in 2021 that we decided, let's take this to market. And the reason for that was we decided that the online community really needed something to enjoy during lockdown, but also so many people were wanting to have products delivered to their homes rather than going out to purchase things. So it made real sense. In terms of the product development timescale, it was so much faster than normal. Normally these products take a good year to go from start to finish, and we pushed this product development through from recipe to packaging to marketing probably in about 4 months. And so it was just a real testament to our team pushing that through, certainly during lockdown, to make that a reality in February 2021.
Yeah, that's so interesting to find out the small steps that it takes to make the business, and then we can finally see the final product here. But you know, David, we've been talking a lot about the brownies, and I think it's time that we actually try some of them. So we have got some of the TBN team on standby, ready to try the brownies to let you know what they thought of it. Let's see what they had to say. Delicious.
Crispy on top. Very good.
I'm glad I went to the gym today.
Pinky up. Should have a symphony in the background for that one. That was really nice.
Yep, that's pretty good. Crispy on the outside, squidgy in the middle. That's delicious. Baby approves.
Good on its own. I'm actually just happy with it like that. I don't think I need any toppings. Oh, that looked so delicious. I'm very tempted just to reach and eat that one now, but I'm holding back until at least the end of the interview. But David, you know, we saw some people trying the brownies, but I want to know, how do you eat the brownies and what do you eat it with? What are your top tips?
Well, there's many top tips. Obviously, as you know, developing this kind of product, you've got to try it for yourself.
Exactly.
I would not want anyone else to, I would never ask anyone else to advocate the brand if they hadn't tried it themselves. And so, yeah, I've done a lot of the research and development and quality control with the team. And so that is now over. We're confident in the product, which is a good thing for many people. But some of my top tips, there's many on the website as well. We have a whole blog feature where people can find out. But my personal favorite is the Lotus Biscoff with some banana and the brownies just with 10 seconds in the microwave.
Wow.
And yes, sorted. Ice cream as well. Is also a bonus, you know, just to add a few extra calories if you need that.
Amazing.
As well. Yeah.
Wow, that sounds amazing. That's like a proper meal.
Exactly, yeah. And I mean, for those who are out and about, you know, the adventurous type, I know I like to have one on the side of a mountain if I'm going for a summit push. If that's something that you guys are up to as well, then it's a great bit of calorie to have on the side of the mountain.
Nice, that is good to know. And share with us about the world record that you're trying to beat.
Yeah, so it's not actually in motion just yet, but it will be very soon. We're looking to do the world's biggest brownie. And so that will either be happening in London or another city in the UK, but this will be later on in the year. And yeah, it's going to be filling.
Yes, definitely. I hope I'm invited just to help you guys eat it at the end, because that's...
It'll be a good party afterwards. Yeah.
Exactly, yeah. So right now you're online, but you do have hopes to open your own store. Share with us about that.
Most certainly, yeah. So because of COVID, we've been focusing on the online, but we currently have a pop-up. We're in London for a pop-up for, I think, a month it's going to be going on for. And then further down the line, we have plans to open a store in central London, which will really put a stamp on the brownie market and allow people to come from all over the UK and you know, get their brownie fix. Alongside some coffee as well, we'll have some of our other partners in there. We've got some really good friends, other ethical brands like Manumit Coffee and other brands that are going to come and be part of that store with us as well.
Awesome. And you're also at events and festivals over the summer?
Exactly. So there's a number that haven't been confirmed yet just because of the nature of where we are. But there's definitely a guarantee that there will be at a lot of the Christian festivals and a lot of the secular festivals that will be happening both in 2021 and 2022 and beyond. So.
Awesome. Well, David, thank you so much for joining me today and sharing all about Bobbie's Brownies. It's so good to hear of companies that are not just giving the people the sweet treats, but also making a difference behind the scenes and just being really conscious with how everything is put together. So thank you so much for joining me.
No problem. It's great to be here.
And if you would like more information on Bobbie's Brownies and how you can get your hands on one of these, all the information is on their screen, their website, and their social media. Thank you so much for joining us, and we'll see you again next time. Goodbye.